Well, here we are, reading the last issue of the Vicksburg Schoolcraft Commercial Express.
Yep, but I am ready for the change. Just go to my/Kalamazoo Gazette, and that'll get us on the internet, and I have the latest Apple to do it with.
Hey, that is a fine Macintosh.
I figure about 10 megabytes.
Wait a minute. I've got some extra hard drive here. You know, we can log on to the CiderNet. I tried this with my BlackBerry, but it tends to jam. Anyway, I like the old-fashioned hard copy.
Well, I do too. Look, here's a story, an interesting one. The crime rate is down. In fact, there's a lot less stealing.
I'll bet that study didn't include Congress. The trouble with Congress is they don't understand that you can't pay for what you want until you pay for what you've already used up.
Yeah, but things are getting better. You know, the president's been meeting with his cabinet.
Yeah, with his cabinet, sure. I bet the next thing he's going to do is talk to his bookcase and have a nice visit with his desk.
Hey, speaking of the president, he said we could all help improve the economy if we just traveled more around home. So I bought a huge road map of the United States. I got it in the house.
Did you travel much?
Well, I spent all last summer trying to figure out how to fold it so I could get it in my car.
Say, there's an interesting article in the sports section. Says some crazy guy ran right across the Vicksburg football field, naked as a jaybird.
They should have sprayed him with Windex.
Sprayed him with Windex? Why?
Because there's no streaking with Windex.
See any other good articles in that paper?
Yeah. Here's an interesting one about our Lions Club here in Vicksburg. Next Christmas, they're going to have a huge Christmas dinner, and they're serving women and children.
I suppose real Lions would have women and children on their menu.
Did you hear about last Christmas when our marching band here from the high school went and put on a concert in the Bermuda Islands?
Yeah, and I heard the triangle player disappeared. Bermuda triangle disappeared.
Here's an interesting story. Fellow fell into an upholstering machine. Oh, luckily he's fully recovered. On sports news, the Chicago White Sox baseball team, they're changing their name. From now on, they're going to be the Chicago White Nylons. They figured that way they'll get more runs.
Well, that's a dream. Speaking of dreams, I had a strange dream the other night. I dreamt I fell through a trap door in my pajamas.
You have a trap door in your pajamas?
And then I dreamt that I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How that elephant got in my pajamas, I'll never know.
It probably came through your trap door. I hate to say this, but you are stupid. Your head is like an empty pepper shaker.
An empty pepper shaker. Well, I'll take that as a condiment. Say, I could sue you for calling me stupid. Have you ever been up before a judge?
Gosh, I don't know. What time does the judge get up?
I'd horsewhip you if I had a horse.
Come on, just calm down. You're having a nervous breakdown. Just pull yourself to pieces.
Our musical director, Chris Garrett? Well, his wife saw the ad in the paper for the Methodist Women's Rummage Sale. Ad says it's a great way to get rid of those things not needed around the house anymore. She says she's going to plan to take Chris right along with her.
Hey, I don't know if I told you, but in that last windstorm, I had a big tree blow over in my yard. I got out my chainsaw, cut up all the branches, and then I cut up the trunk right down to the ground. Then after that, I was stumped.
I'm afraid the auditorium sound system is not working. After you told that last joke, the guy in the last row, I don't think he heard you. He didn't laugh.
Well, the woman in the first row, she didn't laugh either.
Well, maybe the joke went right over her head.
Maybe they went over everybody's head. They didn't laugh in between either.
Maybe we do need a new joke.
Oh, good news. The sound system's working. When you said we needed a new joke, the guy in the back, he nodded his head.
Yeah, and the guys in the pit band nodded their head too.
Oh, the pit band, that's where I ought to be. I've got squeaky shoes.
What about having squeaky shoes means you ought to be in the pit band?
It just proves that I have music in my soul.
You know, I want you to know that I have had a perfectly wonderful evening. But this wasn't it.
Okay, put them on. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news? What is it?
Well, bad news is when you get information that you really don't want to hear. But, no, never mind. Okay, never mind that. But the bad news is there's this new flu bug that's going across the state, and it's horrible. It's the worst I've ever seen.
It won't make us talk like a duck or anything, will it?
No, nothing like that. Quack. No, it's a combination of bird flu and ragweed allergy.
Bird flu and ragweed allergy. That's terrible.
Yeah, and furthermore, it actually gets carried and spread by cockroaches, and it makes them reproduce like crazy.
Like that cockroach over there?
Uh-oh.
Or those two over there?
Yeah.
They're everywhere!
Oh, no.
Stand back. We'll take care of this. Chris, can we get some stopping music? Was that the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta?
Yes, it was. They're holding a conference on this bizarre disease here. They can't agree on anything.
Yeah, I know. I just got an email update here. They've got an idea. The allergists are voting to scratch it, but the dermatologists are advising no rash moves.
Yeah, but the gastroenterologists seem to have a gut feeling about it.
Yes, but the obstetricians say they're laboring under a misconception.
The neurologists think both groups have a lot of nerve.
The internists think there's a pill for the disease, and the plastic surgeons say this puts a whole new face on the matter.
Well, I'm not convinced.
Why?
Well, the psychiatrists think it's madness, and the radiologists saw right through them.
Ooh, looks like a fight broke out in the conference.
Oh, no. The ophthalmologist called the rest of the group short-sighted. The pediatricians yelled back at him, "Grow up!" And then the pathologist said, "Over my dead body."
But it looks like some people like the ideas.
Well, yeah. The anesthesiologist thought they were a gas. The cardiologist didn't have the heart to say no.
Yes, the podiatrist thought they were a step forward.
Yeah, but the urologist didn't think the ideas would hold water.
Well, I'm with the surgeons on this one.
What do you mean?
I'm washing my hands of the whole thing.